And hello to all my friends. I'd like to welcome you to your Quadrants video 2024. So this is divination for an entire year. We're going to be looking through different topics, subjects, and themes to see when is the best time for you to plan and prepare things for your year. This is the only divination that I do for a year out at a time. So what is a quadrant? Well, a quadrant is a piece of the pie of the year. The little graphic illustration I have on your screen is probably the best visual I can give you. It's pretty self-explanatory. Quadrant 1 is going to be talking about January, February, and March. Quadrant 2 is going to be talking about April, May, and June. Quadrant 3, July, August, and September. And then Quadrant 4 will be wrapping up with October, November, and December. Which quadrant has what in store for you? Well, we're about to find out. This is the best tool available for you to plan and prepare. Today, this is being done as a general reading for your entire sign, but if you're looking for messages that are personal, private, and specific only to you, I do offer quadrants as a personal audio product on the website scottsagent.com, available January only. I've found that the best way to utilize quadrants is to watch the entire thing at the beginning of the year, and then after the first quadrant ends, March going into April, I come back, watch quadrants again, look at what happened in one, and reflect back on it because you just lived it. And then look ahead to what quadrant 2 is so it's fresh in your mind. And then do the same thing at the end of 2 going into 3. I'll come up and do a little fresh reminder again on that. And then same thing at the end of 3 going into 4. See how 3 just played out. See what's coming in 4. That's the best way so you can plan and prepare so it's fresh in your mind. All of the card work has already been done. I've taken a bunch of notes for every single quadrant for you. So let's get started. Okay, Aquarius, here we go with your Quadrants 2024. Quadrant 1, January, February, and March. The theme of this quadrant is financial authority, making the most forceful, decisive moves financially. We got a ping in that financial corner, but first let's talk about that work corner. I'm just going in order. Quadrant 1, we got a ping for work. It's a very important one, though. Very important. It's the strength card, which represents you having all the tools needed in this work corner these first 3 months. And they're also letting me know that you are safe. It's letting me know that some of you Aquarians, if you read between the lines, feel a little vulnerable sometime in these first 3 months as it refers to work. Okay, very important there. Remember that you are safe and you have the tools. Okay, you got it all. Next ping we got here, we got a love one, and this is early quarter or early quadrant 1. Very, very early. So this is like January, early February, not so much later than that. The message is coming in about how there's really one way for things to go right now. And of course, that love corner, being a love ping, is a big place. You know, they could just be talking about your love or relationship partner, but what if you're single? They could be saying you got one way to go as far as like, you know, this is the route to date, or this is the one route to go. One path could be a person. Maybe you got one interesting person, and they're saying this is the one path, right? So there's one path you need to concentrate on here in quadrant 1 in regards to that love corner. It can also be something about a friendship. You know, I don't know the details of it because it is a general reading, very hard to pinpoint for everybody. The next ping we got there is financial, like I told you. Now, this is going to be late quadrant 1. So this is sometime after Valentine's Day. It's coming in as completion. So very good finances, but not right away. This is a little bit later in the quadrant, a little later in the set. So this is very much after Valentine's Day. Nice little completion message about finances getting nice and some goals being checked off the list, something like that. Busy and productive got a ping here, but they said by yourself. So quadrant 1, you can be busy and productive, but they really want you to do things alone. This is not a time for group activity, not for getting busy. Vacation or relaxation, kind of the opposite energy of that. They just said no. We're going to be paying more attention to that later. But right now, other things are going on, okay, Aquarius? Other things are more important. We have a ping here, which is a very important one for safe and conservative. They basically are saying that you'll find a lot of good luck. A lot of fortuitous things will happen to you if you just play it a little bit safe and are patient. In this month, they talk about counselor too. So it's basically saying, hey, you can help other people here. You can, exchange the knowledge that you have and really help other people by helping them talking them through certain things. Very important for playing it safe and conservative. That takes us into quadrant 2, guys. Quadrant 2 now. April, May, and June. The theme of this quadrant, this is probably your most quiet quadrant, and I think I understand why. The theme of this is seeing and recognizing deceit and dealing with it. Okay, so that is probably why they're a little bit more quiet here, because they just want to see how you let this unfold and how you figure things out on your own. It's like, just don't give them too much because they're being tested here, perhaps. Or, we need to see how they handle this because they dealt with this in the past or something like that. So we just have a couple pings here. It's pretty quiet quadrant, like I said, but we have a Q2 ping for work. Again, this is the last time we're going to be talking about work like in its excess. We have a very major ping for what feels right. And this is for Aquarians who are trying to do a career transition. Okay, this is like changing jobs, a significant shift in the work corner. And it says do what feels right. Do what feels right. So this is not like, oh, I have to do this to make more money. Does it feel right though? That's the question you need to be asking yourself. Does it feel right where you're at? If not, this is a good time to go. It's the best time of the year to go. We have a ping for vacation relaxation. Earlier in Q1, they said nope. Here they talk about opening up the spending. The spending is available for vacation and relaxation here as part of Quadrant 2. And that's all the information they gave you on Q2. Very quiet group. Quadrant 3, we move into there. That is July, August, and September. We got a pretty big ping coming up financially here. They talk about here new pathways and your prayers being answered. So there's new routes to money, new pathways, new avenues to obtain finances. Very important there in Q3. The theme, I guess I should have started there. The theme is self-work and possible constriction. That is the theme for these 3 months. And I don't believe that self-work is like job work. I think work just means working on yourself is Quadrant 3. And possible constriction just means that you're a little bit tied down in this month, or these 3 months, I should say, dealing with these things. Our next ping comes in health. This is the first time health pinged into your year. We have authority over health, and they say shift fast. Okay, so this is authority over health means like you being very firm and astute and really kind of grabbing things like, by force when it is required of you. And they say to shift fast, so that makes me feel like, things can shift fast, maybe negatively, and you got to react to that. Or maybe you decide on a moment notice, hey, you know what? I need to shift this fast because I need to stop doing fill in the blank. It could be either one of those. We have a ping here for vacation or relaxation yet again, Quadrant 3. Now they do specifically say solo trip or a guided trip. It comes in as a very big opportunity here in Q3 for a lot of my Aquarians trying to get a little bit of relaxation, get a little vacation, get away from things. It says that things are in perfect order. So this is like the perfect time of year for you to do such things. And it just really makes me feel like it's something you've never been to before. And that's why they say guided. So it's like if you go with somebody else who's, been to this place before, they can really show you all the ins and outs, show you all the good places to go to, the best places to eat and drink and do all these fun things. Okay, so that is the benefit of being guided, but it feels like first time for you. We have a ping here for safe and conservative in 3. They leave it open though because it says the information will be provided at the time. Like not right now, but when we're in Quadrant 3, hopefully you're coming back and listening to this again in Quadrant 3 and getting a refresher. But they're saying to nurture as well. So this is basically to kind of mother this quadrant. So be a little gentle to it, but also loving. So that wraps up Quadrant 3. Now we get into Quadrant 4, October, November, and December. The first ping comes in love. Love ping for early Quadrant 1 message. Okay, so this is very, very early, which is October or early November. They talk about returning karma. Karma returns. So if you've done good stuff into the love corner, whether it's dating, whether it's your current family and friends, it is coming back to you in a big way very, very, very early October, early November. It's coming back. This can also mean legal type of things can pop in here too. So any kind of legal stuff with the family or your love corner would be coming in here early Quadrant 4, early part of it. We have health ping for a man in your life. This is a very interesting message because not everybody has men in their lives. Okay, so this is a man, even if you're a man listening to this reading, they mean a man other than you. So this is a man that is in your life that they want to talk about their health. And this opportunity, they're saying that it's a good time for them to adjust their health and that anything is possible. So that is a wonderful news for them. So what do you do with that? Well, hopefully you try to encourage them. to change, to make positive changes, and to help them out to do so. We have another ping here for busy and productive in Q4. Q4 talks about, again, early Q4 here. Message comes in with you attacking repeats. I call repeats stuff that keep happening over and over, and that's why they're repetitive. So here's a chance for you to deal with something that, once and for all, that you've been dealing with for a long time. So they're saying get busy attacking that. We have another ping here for risks and going for it. This is a big one. They really want you to chase your dreams here in Quadrant 4, especially if it requires a risk and really you going for it, going all in. And it also talks about teaching and learning. So some of you have a great opportunity to teach others or to learn something from somebody who is teaching you. We have a ping for safe and conservative coming up in Quadrant 4. They say it's just a small one. It just says safe and conservative with money. It's just that one little line, disclaimer, with money only. Finances in Q4 just need to be a little tight. That's the only thing they really are concerned about you taking conservative approach with. Everything else was all risks. And the theme, I didn't tell you the theme of Quadrant 4. How rude of me. Well, let's talk about it now. The theme of Quadrant 4 for Aquarius is avoiding and or eliminating negative energy. That is it. Get it out. It has no place there in your Quadrant 4, and that'll really set you up very nicely for the next year in 2025. So that's going to wrap us up here with Quadrant number 4. I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading and can also see the benefit of all this information, how you can implement positive change very easily into your year by knowing the best timing to do it. Of course, information helps us make the best decisions possible, and that's what we're trying to help you do here. And that is why I hope you all invest in yourself, getting a Quadrants personal reading for 2024, because although this is very accurate as far as a bubble for your sign is concerned, you are an individual and not all of you Aquariuses are the same. Of course not. You have different moving parts in each of your lives, and that is what the personal reading gets the nitty-gritties about very accurately. So hope you guys check that out on the website, scottsagent.com, available January only. I hope you have an excellent 2024. I know you will.
So I guess the fortune teller's right.